So episode 11 of Stargirl is here, and we gotta talk about it because Icicle is back and a lot of stuff happened. But before I jump into the episode,
welcome to NonStopAntonio, where I talk about everything nerdy. If you like content just like this, hit the subscribe button for more, and I hope you enjoy this video.
This episode overall had a lot of emotion to it. We had to deal with Artemis and her parents. We had the Mahkent and dealing with Jordan being back, and emotion was running high, and there was a lot of sad moments that actually made me tear up. And this was a really good episode, really diving deep into what is going through everyone's lives now that Jordan is back, and how Jordan is alive. Because apparently it's only been a year since season 1. Like, it's only been a year. It feels like it's been so much longer because obviously in real time it's been multiple years. Yet it's only been a year in Stargirl world. And it's very interesting to find out that when he died, I was right. He melted into the ground, and then he grew himself back. And I like how as soon as he's able to construct his body, so he looks like he was in his final stages of healing, where his hand was being put back together from ice to human. So he goes to see his family, and of course everyone is shocked. And I'm surprised that his parents don't know about this, because if it's something to do with their power, they've been around longer, and you'd think they would know, unless no one's actually tested this method, and no one's died the way he's died before. And that's why he's alive. Or he's special. Usually that's what it dives down to in comic book stuff, is that they're special, so they're able to do something that other people of their breed wouldn't normally be able to do. And Jordan is such a master manipulator in this. Like, he is always manipulating everyone at all times, other than his parents, of course. Because he's talking about how the reason he didn't come back is because he didn't have a mind. His conscience was kind of like not really there because he was just ice and he had to grow back. And he talks about how he's changed now and how he's forgiven the JSA and Mike for killing him. And on top of that, he reveals that Mike is the one that actually killed him. So now Mike has to worry for his life because now the Mahkents all know that he's the one responsible and it wasn't Courtney. Which I'm surprised Cameron didn't bring up later in the episode when he was talking to Courtney. He talks about how he only ever wanted to help people, yet he killed the Crocs the night before. And he says later in the episode that it was an accident, that he was protecting himself, and I'm like, that's bullshit. He's watching them this entire time. He knows what's going on. He killed them so that he could do his own plans without them getting in the way. And he knows that the Crocs wouldn't stand by and let him team up with the JSA. So he took him out before they could take him out. 100% manipulating Cameron, because Cameron wants to believe his father, and that's where it's going to draw the line. And I think something bad's going to happen to make Cameron change his mind, that his father is actually a goddamn monster. But like, some great acting performances from everyone today, because you really see the anger on Sylvester when he finds out that Jordan is alive. Like, he is in full rage mode. He blows up the barn. He is pissed. He wants to go after him. He wants to kill him. He's not happy because, well, Jordan was responsible for the death of the JSA and him. So of course Sylvester's going to want revenge. And the moment the JSA find the Crocs bodies too is really heartbreaking, because they track down Sportsmaster's masks, they find it in the sewer, they find the secret base where they've been being watched this entire time. Beth realizes that it's human remains that's all shattered in ice, and Artemis realizes that it's her parents, and she breaks down. Which, oh my god, all of Artemis's scenes broke me. They like, I was physically tearing up. It was so sad to watch, because she lost her parents, her supporters. She just lost them to prison, then they came back in her life, and now they're dead and gone forever. And it's just really heartbreaking. The actress did a really good job at portraying that brokenness. Because at the end of the episode, she's at home. She's freaking out. She's crying. She throws her weight into the wall, which I still don't understand how Artemis has like superhuman strength. But besides that, you have Barb coming in and comforting her, saying, you have to come over. You can't be here alone. And I just felt for her. It was so sad. And then there was a moment with Yolanda right after where she's calling her mom, I only lied to protect you. And I thought she was going to reveal her secret right there and then. But I'm thinking that's coming by the end of the episode, because even though Yolanda has such a shitty relationship with her mom, she still cares for her mom. She still loves her. And even though with everything that's happened with them, she wants to protect them. She doesn't want anything bad to happen to her family. And she's just staying away for their protection, because she knows now if they get involved, they could end up dead just like the Crocs. And she can't deal with that. And it's really paralleling a lot of stuff with the families, because now that one family's dead, everyone else is kind of threatened. I still think that because Beth's parents have gone involved, that there's a good chance one or both of them could end up dead as well, because of the JSA and versing the Ultra Humanite and Icicle. It's really sad to watch these kids lose their families, and it's really heartbreaking to see someone lose their parents right before they're about to make a really big change in their life. Because now this could easily set them down a dark path, and bad things can happen from here on out. And the sad thing too is, like, Pat and Barb were friends with the Crocs, and they pretty much lost two of their best friends. because now that they're dead, they have to deal with it. I want to see more from them because they only kind of got a sad reaction. We didn't get to really see much more from them. God damn, everyone lost someone today. And it sucks because I was so looking forward to the Crocs redemption as well. Like, they were doing such a good job, and then they get irked. I'm like, God damn it. I really like their characters, so it sucks to see them gone. It's interesting to find out that the first person outside the Mahkent family to find out that Jordan's alive is Barb, because he goes back to his work, and everyone is just happy that he's back. And it's just like, you all don't know the truth. You're all blind. You just don't know anything. And Barb's there, knows something's wrong, and he tells Barb that he wants to help him fight the Ultra Humanite. And it's just like, do you though? Do you? Because I don't trust a single thing coming out of your goddamn mouth. I like how he blames Sylvester for the reason that Ultra Humanite is in Blue Valley. Like, oh, he followed him here. It's like, did he though? Because he killed the gambler first. Why would the Ultra Humanite follow Sylvester and then kill the gambler first? Sus? Just a little? I'm just saying, it's all bullshit. I don't believe anything, which ends up coming back around at the end of the episode. There was a trend during this whole episode of Jordan being like, no, I'm here to help. I'm here, like, you have to forgive me. I want to make this world better. Runs into Courtney saying Courtney has changed him. After watching her and her friends for the last year, it's made him realize he's a better person. He wants to help everyone. He wants them to forgive him so they can move on with their lives, so he can help them with Ultra Humanite because they're sworn enemies, apparently. And then by the end of the episode, he meets Ultra Humanite in the bushes and it says, it's time. And I'm like, yep, I knew it. I knew it. You did not fool me for a second. I don't trust your evil ass face. Like, no. You come back from the dead, and then all of a sudden, you're a changed man? No, you're pure evil. I don't trust a single thing you say, Jordan Mahkent. Even Cameron's trying to make things better with Courtney saying, hey, my dad's changed. You know, we can help you. You know, we can let things go, forgive one another. He's back. It doesn't matter anymore. He's not dead. And he kisses her. I'm like, Cameron, your dad's manipulating you. He got you to come here to Courtney's house to specifically convince her that he's okay. Like, too sus. Oh, I'm yelling at the characters like, don't trust him. You can't trust him. He's literally lying to all of you. But of course, it's going to come back around in the end where they realize that he's not. And I feel like it's probably going to end up in someone else's death because they're going to trust him for a short period of time and then something bad's going to happen. Or they're going to pretend that they trust him and then they're going to backstab him. It's either Icicle is going to backstab the JSA or the JSA is going to backstab Icicle. This was a really good episode, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the last two episodes play out this season. And again, it sucks that we're not getting a season 4. Because I feel like this show is one of the better DC TV shows. And it's really not promoted enough. Because I feel like there's not a huge fandom out there for this show. Where it really should be because it's really good. And following the JSA, the costume design is good. The acting's good. And the way they set up the show is really interesting too. The only thing I have a problem with it is that it always takes place in Blue Valley. And magically all this stuff happens in Blue Valley. But the way they've set up the story, it works. Because in the first season, you had the ISA sitting there because that's where their home base was going to be. Then the next one was Eclipso. That's just Eclipso. He came out there, so it didn't really matter where he was. He just wanted to ruin the world. And then in this one, it's still Icicle going after everyone. So it's still staying in that theme. And I kind of wondered if they were to do a season 4, if they would move out of Blue Valley to do their superheroing. And I'm just curious to see what would happen. Also, the only other quarrel I have with this show is the fact that you have a bunch of teens running around in Blue Valley, and yet no one knows that they're superheroes in the town. But that's about it. Blue Valley, everyone just seems to be oblivious to everything going on, which is kind of odd. Enough about this episode. Let's jump into the episode 12 promo, because apparently we're taking a couple weeks off. We're not getting episode 12 until November 30th now, so what will probably happen next week is that I will put out my Titans video on Thursday instead of Friday, just because there won't be any Stargirl anyways. But in this promo, we have Sylvester absolutely losing it. He wants to go after Icicle. He doesn't want to let him stay. He wants to end him. And he's not going to let the JSA stop him. He's going to face him alone, which is probably not going to end well. And he takes a stab from Courtney, pretty much destroying that bond they had because he knows what's right. He's not going to take it. He's not going to listen. He wants to go after. He's blinded by the anger that is Icicle. And on top of it all, it's called the Last Will and Testament of Sylvester Pemberton, which makes me wonder how this is all going to end. I think it's going to go one of two ways. Sylvester is going to die again in this, or we're going to find out what happened to Sylvester after he died back in season 1 and how he came back to life. So I'm very intrigued to see how this story plays out and if I'm right, because there's a lot that could happen and there could be easily some stuff being revealed that Sylvester might not be Sylvester, or something else mysterious might be going on and he might be being controlled. I'm very curious to find out, and there's only 2 episodes left. I feel like this season's going to end really well, and it's going to be very disappointing that there's not going to be a next one. What did you think of this episode? Let me know down in the comments. Were there any kind of Easter eggs or details I might have missed? If you like content just like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I'm always covering the DC TV shows and the Marvel TV shows and even anime. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.